Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमदवै चरणारविंद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय गौर प्रेमानंदी all glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna. All glories to the Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, The Creation of Fourth Order, Chapter 21, Instructions by Maharaj Prithu. Text: Pujita pujayamasa Tatra tatra mahayasaha Pauranjana param stam stan Prita priya varaprada Pujita pujayamasa Tatra tatra mahayasa Pauranjana padam stam stan Prita priya varaprada Pujita pujayamasa Tatra tatra mahayasa Pauranjana padam stam stan Prita priya varaprada Pujita pujayamasa Tatra tatra mahayasa Pujita pujayamasa Pujita pujayamasa Tatra tatra mahayasa Tatra tatra mahayasa Puranjana padam stam stam Puranjana padam stam stam Prita priya varapradaha Prita priya varapradaha Pujita pujayamasa Pujita pujayamasa Tatra tatra mahayasa Puranjana padam stam stam Prita priya varaprada Pujita pujayamasa Pujita pujayamasa Tatra mahayasa Tatra tatra mahayasa Puranjana padam stam stam Prita priya varaprada Prita priya varaprada Pujita pujayamasa Pujita pujayamasa Tatra tatra mahayasa Puranjana padam stam stam Prita priya varaprada Prita priya varaprada Pujita pujayamasa Tatra tatra mahayasa Pujita pujayamasa tatra tatra mahayasa Aurangam Samsan Kripa Priya Bharapada Pujita pujayamasa tatra tatra mahayasa Auranjanatana samsta O Praja, sorry. Oh, what I'm reading. Oh. All right. Pujitaha, being worshipped. Pujayam asa, offered worship. Tatra tatra, here and there. Mahayasaha, with a background of great activities. Pauran, the noble men of the city. Janapadan, common citizens. Tan, in that way. Pritaha, being satisfied. Priya Vara Pradaha, was ready to offer them all benediction. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Both the important citizens and the common citizens welcomed the king very heartily, and he also bestowed upon them their desired blessings. Please repeat. Both the important citizens and the common citizens welcomed the king very heartily, and he also bestowed upon them their desired blessings. Purport. A responsible king is always approachable by his citizens. Generally, the citizens, great and common, all had an aspiration to see the king and take benediction from him. The king knew this, and therefore, whenever he met the citizens, he immediately fulfilled their desires or mitigated their grievances. In such dealings, a responsible monarchy is better than a so-called democratic government in which no one is responsible to mitigate the grievances of the citizens, who are unable to personally meet the supreme executive head. In a responsible monarchy, the citizens had no grievances against the government, and even if they did, they could approach the king directly for immediate satisfaction. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistan Stapita Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayan Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurau Shri Yuta Padakamalan Shri Gurun Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyaksha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo namo namaha. Mukham karoti vachalam pangulam gayate girim Yat kripa tamaham mande Sri Gurun dinataranam. Nama om Vishnu padaya Krishna presthaya bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesya Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Pujita Pujayamasa Tatra Tatra Mahayasa Pauranjanapanam Stam Stan Prita Priya Barap Pradaha Mahasaya Pujita Pujayamasa. After Lord Vishnu revealed his position as the Supreme Personality of Godhead through his glance, before he depart from the arena of Maharaj Prithu's Ashwamedha Yajna, Lord Vishnu appeared to settle down the issue. There was a fight between King Indra and Prithu Maharaj. So after having all the conversation, after receiving all these beautiful prayers from Prithu Maharaj, even though Prithu Maharaj knew that he was Supreme Lord, but the Vishnu wanted to make sure that Prithu Maharaj understand who I am. So by his glance, he revealed his original form to Prithu Maharaj, that he was talking to the Supreme Boss, Sri Krishna, all-pervading personality of God. Now he is completely satisfied by the settlement process of Lord Vishnu. He is returning back home to the palace in order to continue his monarchy activities. On the way, all the common men and the great, big, high-profiled men both had access to greet the king. And they worshipped and welcomed him. And as a king, as a plenary portion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he could understand the inner desire of those people who were there to greet him, to welcome him. And the king would immediately fulfill their desires. This is the ideal kingdom where citizen and king live in completely aligning in the common goal of satisfying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They call Ramarajya, the kingdom where there is an ideal king and ideal citizens who are living completely happily without any tinge of material miseries, problem. And all of the citizens' goal is to satisfy the Supreme Lord, and king is facilitating that goal, providing peace, prosperity, harmony, all the good qualities in the society. That state is called Ramarajya. That is what exactly happened when Lord Ramachandra was the king, when he was in exile for 14 years. And when after completing that period, when he was returning, he was welcomed by Ayodhya Vasis in the same way. Now at this very moment in India, Lord Ram is being welcomed by the citizens with great jubilation, with great pleasure in their heart. Thousands of sadhus from all over the world are pouring in to the city of Ayodhya. Our very Santimati's own brother is also in Ayodhya with Holy Harinam team from Nepal and doing Harinam Sankirtan there at the moment. Big gurus, like there's a 12 years old sadhu, Babaji, he sounds like he's 120 years old in his knowledge. He is giving speech in such a way that big Sankaracharya, big Mathadis, great like Sukadev Goswami, as if he is talking himself that way. Such a profound bhakti to Lord Sri Ram. After 500 years of struggle, the birthplace of Lord Ramachandra has been restored and the temple is established. There was a Muslim emperor called Babur. He visited Fakir, the Muslim guru in Ayodhya, then, many years ago. He was a very powerful emperor. And after visiting the Muslim leader in that area, before he was departing, he asked, "What do you want me to do? Bless you with? What do you want me to do it? Dear Lord, please establish a big mosque, destroying this temple of Lord Ram and establish our mosque. This is what we want." No problem. This is not a big deal for me. I do have the power. We are ruling here. No one can control us or object us in front of our power. They destroyed the Ram temple and established Babur Masjid, the mosque named from him, Babur Masjid. Since then, all the followers of Lord Sri Ram were heartbroken and trying to re-establish their Lord's temple back then there, but it was not happening due to the different influences. Later on, British came to rule and they definitely did not support these beloved devotees of Lord Ramachandra, and that happened, that continued in that way. And now finally, by the mercy of Sri Krishna, Sri Ram, the government is very favorable to Sanatana Dharma. And the chief minister of Uttar Pradesh is Yogi Adityanath, is very dedicated saffron color wearing sadhu, Nath Sampradaya. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also a great devotee of Lord Sri Krishna from Gujarat. He is very close to Krishna because Krishna in Dwaraka, Krishna is very close from Gujarat. Naturally, they have that devotion to Krishna. Finally, the case was in the Supreme Court and justice has been restored and they established the temple. And Nepal government gave the special Sila rock from Kaligandaki, which was there for millions of years, and it was very important and very special stone to make the murti of Lord Ramachandra. So it is said in the scripture that dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. There's a whole big sloka. In that sloka it says, one who help to decline the religious principle will be destroyed by religion. We may be thinking that we overcome this system and we are now no more following this Sanatan Dharma. Then the Sanatan Dharma will destroy us. How? Because we are entangled in this material world. We fall down from our spiritual position and we suffer. But with the illusory mind, we think we got control over this Sanatan Dharma. Now we are free, we can do whatever we want. This is just an illusory thinking. And one who promotes the religion will promote them. Just like Srila Prabhupada. He brought this Krishna consciousness movement all over the world. And by the grace of Krishna, Prabhupada was very much successful in his preaching attempt. And all over the world, Hare Krishna movement was established. And not only established, it was one of the influential contemporary religious movement of the time, and millions of people were benefited by this movement. And it is still growing and expanding, and people are still getting benefit from this movement. So one who promote the Vedic principles and Dharma, they will be also protected and promoted by the will of God. So one who protect Dharma, Dharma will protect them. It's not that we protect Dharma, but we simply follow the principles that are given in the scriptures. And then by doing so, the devotees, the followers will always be protected. So this is how this system is maintained through Guru Parampara system. And Maharaj Prithu is welcomed by the citizens. And Prabhupada is talking about monarchy system, where monarchy is the king rule the citizens under the guidance of Brahmana. And Brahmanas are Brahmana because they follow the instruction from the Vedas, from the Shastras. And Shastra is the word of God. So this is how everything is connected with Krishna, with God. And the citizen, they faithfully serve, perform their prescribed duties, abiding by the laws that is given in the scriptures. So then only the peace and prosperity can be imagined, or can be flourished, or can be obtained. Otherwise, Krishna bholiya ji bhogavan chakari. Now, without forgetting Krishna, not following all the religious principles, we may think that we are enjoying a lot, but ultimately that brings all the bad calamities in our life, bad misery, suffering in our life. And one should perform everything with humble state of mind. I remember the pastime from Krishna, how Krishna destroyed the ego of anybody, of his devotees, of non-devotees. Parikshit Maharaj wanted to know why the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who is completely free from all the lust, greed, and everything, is completely beyond this material nature, completely transcendental to the material senses, three modes of material nature. Why was he engaged in such an intimate dance with gopis in the night of Sarada Purnima in Vrindavan? Parikshit Maharaj, as a student, had a desire to learn about this because he wanted to reveal the all intimate pastime of Sri Krishna. So the 5 chapters in 10th canto Bhagavatam, they're like a life prana of Bhagavatam. Like we have 5 pranas in our body. Om Pranaya Swaha. When we offer the food to the Krishna, we chant this mantra, right? Om Pranaya Swaha, Om Apanaya Swaha, Om Vyanaya Swaha, Om Udanaya Swaha, Om Samanaya Swaha. These are the 5 pranas, life air in one's body. Similarly, these 5 chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam that describe exclusively the intimate pastime of Lord Sri Krishna are the life airs of the whole Bhagavatam. Kamadev. Do you know Kamadev? Who is Kamadev? Cupid. Nobody can overcome when Kamadev want to attack somebody. Kamadev had a pride in his mind. You know, I am powerful personality. Nobody can conquer me. Great, great devotees like Brahma, Shiva, Narada, who else are always running after my influence. And they have failed to conquer me. There is nobody on this world who can get victory over me. Had that pride in his mind. Lord Shivaji was running after Mohini Murti, right? Lord Brahmaji was running after Saraswati. Narad Muni had different story that he was running also after, and then he got married and he had whole story. Great people, great munis, rishis who are doing severe austerities, tapasyas, all are somehow or other falling under the influence of Maya at some point. It's very difficult to conquer that lust. But Krishna had to teach a lesson to Kamadev and said that I am not under the impression that I like these gopis and I'm after them for their physical beauty and everything. I will not be illusioned by that. He gave invitation to Kamadev, come to Vrindavan on the night of Sarada Purnima, when by Krishna's internal Yogamaya potencies, he ordered moon to shower only the nectar on that night. Krishna instructed all the nature in the forest of Vrindavan to bloom beautiful flowers with a lot of fragrances, aroma and everything. That time explained in Bhagavatam is beyond our imagination. Extremely attractive, beautiful. The moon was brightening like millions of moons together, only giving the nectar, and the whole eastern horizon was like brightened up. All the birds were like acting differently. Trees, flowers, blossoming with beautiful flowers, colorful flowers with great aroma. The whole was like the gentle breeze was taking that aroma everywhere. And it was such an attractive, as if a woman who is waiting her husband to come from abroad like many years, and finally husband is coming, and see, as if she was welcoming that long separated husband back home. Just like they were welcoming Lord Ram in Ayodhya. That was the external environment of Vrindavan at that time. And Krishna wanted to defeat and smash the ego of Kamadev, and he played a flute. Anytime Krishna plays flute, by his own personal desire, if he want everyone to hear, then he would let everybody hear his flute, like mountain, rock, flowers, trees, cows, people, man, woman, everybody. When he plays flute, everybody will be spellbound and then enchanted by the melodious sound of flute. And sometimes he would play certain note in his flute so that only the desired person would hear the sound. If I want to call my cow, the calf who is going other direction, and I want to bring him back, only that calf would come back, nobody else. Because he has that mystic controlling power. And on that particular night of Sarada Purnima, when Krishna was going to play the Rasa dance with the gopis, actually Sirdhar Swami, he has said that this Rasa dance is not a Rasa dance, it's a Kama Vijaya dance, Nritya. Krishna is controlling over Kam Vasana, is lost. Some other Ballavacharya said is a Dibya Bihar Lila. It's a transcendental dance enjoyment with the gopis. And all the gopis, when Krishna was doing their Bastraharan Lila, they were hiding their clothes. All the special gopis who were doing Katayani Vratas and doing severe austerity, intending to have Krishna in their husband, Krishna was going to fulfill their desire. At the same time, he was going to smash the ego of Kamadev. Played a flute with certain note. And the gopis who were busy at home, some of them were milking cows, some of them were tying cows, some of them were boiling some prasad, some khichdi, some of them were feeding their baby with their breast milk, some of them were putting some decoration in their body to attract their husband. Some of them were doing different kind of household work. All of a sudden, they heard the sound, music. They left everything as it is on the spot. They did not care that sometimes the milk was boiling and coming out of the pot. They had to lower down the flame. They left everything as it is and just left home. They did not care. Oh, what happened to my baby? Baby is crying. Because breastfeeding baby, when you drop down and just leave, the baby doesn't understand there is something going on here. Are you enjoying the lila here? And the husband of the gopis, they did not understand what is going on. They stopped. Hey, what are you going at this night time? Do your duty, what you are doing. You cannot live this way. Some gopis could not make it to go. But their heart, their mind, their everything is already with Krishna because of their flute. And they were closed inside the home. They were guarded by their husband. They could not come out, and they sat down and started meditating on Krishna. When they were meditating on Krishna, Krishna exhausted all their pious activities and their millions of lifetimes of papa impious activities, completely exhausted. Did Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Subha Asubha Parityagi, Bhaktiman me priyo naraha. In order to become really Krishna conscious and dedicated in Krishna, we should give up our pious activities and impious activities, both. These are the cause of bondage in this material world. I do some pious activities, desiring to enjoy some result, and I get that result, and I enjoy, and while doing so, I perform some activities, and again it gets me some negative result, and again I keep enjoying pious and impious activities, and then I remain in this material world. I can never become Krishna conscious by that way. But Krishna, as a supreme personality of Godhead, he understood that these gopis are entrapped at home who wants to come to me. He immediately destroyed all the sinful or pious activities from their mind. And they are completely out of their physical body. There was such a transcendental gathering, meeting. And Krishna, people, unscrupulous people, bad people, they say that Krishna is dancing with the gopis in the Vrindavan. This is not morally correct. He did not do that. The whole goal was to bring how not one should fall into these lusty desires and try to enjoy in this material world. How one should purify the senses to see the Supreme Lord. How can one completely surrender by giving up this false identity and immerse in that nectarian love of Krishna consciousness? That was the goal of Krishna's pastime. That was what Sukadeva Goswami wanted to bring this story to Parikshit Maharaj, so that dying Parikshit would not be attached to these worldly affairs, the glimpse, this beautiful attraction of this world. He would be completely free from all these things and peacefully leave his body, thinking of Krishna at all times, and obtain the supreme destination. That was the goal. And this is only taught by a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada. Or there are many other pure devotees in different sampradayas. But for us, the vivid example is Prabhupada, who did that. Parikshit Maharaj asking question to Sukadeva Goswami. These gopis are not very highly educated. They love Krishna as their boyfriend. They want to have some enjoying spirit in their heart. How come then Krishna freed them from all the pious and impious activities? That was not their goal. They did not know that Krishna was like Parabrahma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They just wanted to enjoy with Krishna. How come they got freed from all that thing? Is asking very intelligent question. Sukadeva Goswami says, don't be so fool, Parikshit. You are a great devotee of Lord Sri Krishna. You should understand the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Do you know Sisupal? When Sisupal was offending Krishna for so many bad ways, when Sisupal was killed by Krishna, what happened to Sisupal? What happened to him? He got liberated. With such a bad intention. He didn't have any love for him at all. But Sisupal got liberation. Don't you think that these gopis, even though they may not know that Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but have you seen their love for Krishna? How much they love him. They gave up their family life. They gave up their small baby infant children. They gave up their household affairs, their own husband. They did not care about the social norms and values and everything. They come to him. Just, do you think they will not be freed from all these bondages? Parikshit Maharaj understood, realized. So in order to come to Krishna, we one day, today or tomorrow, this life or next life, one should have that mentality of complete surrender. Then only we can attain Krishna in our life. As long as we have so many entanglement, attachment, or different business other than Krishna, then we might have some feeling, some experience in Krishna consciousness. Definitely, there is no doubt on that. But we may not attain Krishna completely. बहु जन्म करी यदि श्रवणा कीर्तन ताही नो न पाए कृष्ण के रे तबे तो न पाए कृष्ण पदे प्रेम धन. This is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It says, बहु जन्म करी यदि श्रवण कीर्तन. If we do Shravana and Kirtana for many lifetimes, we may have done that many lifetimes. Tabe to na paye Krishna. Even after doing that, we may not obtain Krishna. Krishna's prema padidhana, that divine wealth of premadhana. Why? Because we are still having something else as our goal of life, not Krishna completely. So we should learn a big lesson from the life of gopis in Vrindavan and have some sense of detachment from this material world and establish Krishna in our heart at all time and meditate on him. Yasya smarana matrina janma samsara bandhana. Vimunchatte namastasmai Vishnavi Prabha Vishnavi. Just by his remembering. So it is a great pleasure for the follower of Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, all the Sanatanis that the temples of Lord Ram is being established in India. This is the center. It could be the new era for all over the world. People might follow the principle of Dharma, and Lord Ram will definitely cleanse the heart of the people and purify them. They can become Krishna conscious. This is the will of great acharyas, souls that people follow. People become Krishna conscious. And this is the way. This is how peace can be restored. Prema bhakti can be easily distributed to everybody. People from all over India, there are some people are walking 1,500 kilometers, 2,000 kilometers, walking like months and days to come there by foot. They are not using car, plane, or anything. They have promises. Some people are taking a vow, unless the Ram temple is established, I will not talk. They're taking Mauna Brata. What is the meaning of Mauna Brata? You're keeping quiet yourself, not talking to anybody. What is the meaning of Mauna Brata in Krishna consciousness?
Only speaking about Krishna.
Only speaking about Krishna. They talk a lot and more, and you are still Mauna. You are still silent because you are not talking anything material thing, gossiping thing, gramya thing. Any questions, any comments so far? Yes, Prabhu. Did you see how Kamadeva was defeated by Krishna's pastime in Vrindavan? Yes. Haribol.
So we don't want material desires. You said that. You quoted the Chaitanya Charitamrita. You said, but thank you for the class, by the way. You quoted Chaitanya Charitamrita. You said, that even after, hundreds of lifetimes of chanting, hundreds of lifetimes of hearing, you still may not go back to Godhead because you have some material desire in your heart. So what if it's the case that we find that, like we're harassed by material desires, yet we don't really want them. We want to be free of material desires. We don't want the material desires, yet still they're forced upon us. Still we feel the material desires, but we don't want them. And still we continue on chanting, continue on hearing. How is it
Prabhu, that sloka does not necessarily says or mean to that one may not go back to Godhead. It is talking about attaining that loving, devotional, the prema dhana. There are so many varieties of liberations, and one may attain. But obtaining that the pure love of Godhead is possible when? By the process of chanting and remembering and doing kirtan, one is completely ananyas chintayantumam, unless that takes place. No anya, ananya means without any other engagement. Chintayantumam, ejana paripasati. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to talk about that unalloyed devotion. Even though by performing kirtan, chanting every day, we definitely obtain great result. It will deliver us from greatest fear in this world. But here he is talking about obtaining Krishnas in their personal loving object in their life.
Well, that's what we want still. So that's what we really want. So
if
still
you want so, then you will definitely get it. 100% you will get it. Do not worry about it. Do not have doubt.
Yeah.
You will get it.
I thought of that verse as was it? Tvaktva swadharmam charanam bhujam harir.
Yes.
That verse.
Yes. It is all talking about the duplicity and or keeping something in our mind other than Krishna. In that case, this sloka is applicable. For the devotees who have unflinching faith and only one desire to see Krishna is to obtain his love of God, Krishna will happily give it to him blessing. I also bless you. Haribol. Yes.
And then it's also Krishna's mercy.
Yes.
You know, we had two things. It sounds like Krishna was the original Pied Piper. And then, are there any pictures of this temple that we're celebrating, Ram's temple?
You can watch live on the media now. If you go to YouTube or if you are on Facebook, they are performing live, and then big flame of smoke coming out from the oven. Is a long several days ceremony, and everybody is chanting Ram, Jai Sri Ram, and you can watch them live.
So, is there a website or?
Go to YouTube and Ram Temple inauguration.
Just search Ram
Yeah.
Temple.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hare
And I-
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Sisi Gaur Nitai ki. Any further questions or any comment or any chastisement? Or... 3 minutes? All right. Yes, please. More questions are welcome. Prabhu, Yadu Kumar Prabhu, welcome to Tucson. We are blessed by your divine presence here. And would you like to share something?
We're here to see how to do this. I don't have to do this.
Rameshwar Prabhu, add something, please.
Well, I saw that you gave him a blessing. How do I get a blessing from you?
I need your blessing, Prabhu.
Thank you.
I need your blessing, Prabhu. You are above that concept of receiving blessing. You have already got that. And you are distributor of the blessing to millions of people, unfortunate people. So you are being blessed multifariously. Hari Hari.
Thank you.
Ram Nam Prabhu.
I kind of want to go back to the purport. So how do we go about to make a irresponsible king responsible?
Okay, how to make irresponsible king responsible? This is Kali Yuga. Everything is falling down. People are not following their position. But since we know these signs that if one becomes Krishna conscious, then everything can be restored. All we can do is we can pray and we can continue this Harinam Sankirtan, and someday we can reach them, and they can be given some prasadam or some book to study and invite them in Kirtan. If Krishna will, it will happen. Welcome, our Prithu Maharaj Chota Prithu is here now from India. We are just talking about Prithu's story. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Then Kapil Dev is also here. Kapil Muni. And his beautiful wife, all the family are here. Welcome back to USA. May you be blessed with lot of business. I'm here blessing to everybody today. It's a blessing day. May you be blessed with Lakshmi. Okay, Haribol. Anything else? Let's go. Thank you, Ramnam Prabhu. The Kali Yuga is everything is like falling apart. So we at least protect ourselves, if not change the great king or the leaders. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.